And we are back. So, just to let people know, there was an after-game turn on the Sunshine Coast Spartans that game for breaching a half-height barrier. That will not affect the results of the game, though, but it will have an effect on the average score, which is critically important for the Sunshine Coast Spartans, being that they now are in third place.
Commandingly so in third place. So they were on 23-7, and then Wolfpack were on 23-8, and so that just drops the Spartans down to 22-7. So yeah,
points.
yeah. Pardon? 2,000 points.
1,000 points.
Yeah, okay,
1,000
yeah,
points.
1,000. Yeah, so yeah, they lose 1,000 for that.
So in this game, we do have Wolfpack is now rotated around to red, Sunny Coast Spartans on green, and the Brisbane Beavers on blue.
And here we go. And Wax opens up the account early.
Mad Cans on
Ninja
red.
gets one shot denied by Mad Cans. Mad Cans now grabs red base.
Man, you could hear it. You could hear the noise of Wax getting a base. Just
Wax did
the
a
big
woo.
The big woo.
Who does he think he is? Ric Flair getting bases? I mean, come on.
I mean, I think he thinks he was Dot. That's what it sounded like to me.
Here we are, seconds into the game though, but we've already had 2 bases destroyed. Wow, this game is absolutely opening up. All 3 teams are not wanting to know. After the first game there and realizing how defensive it was and how close it was in bases there, they're wanting to come out this game and be super aggressive.
They have opened up the tanks, guys. Look how fast this game has already moved along. We are 2 minutes in and we have 2 bases down. The Beavers still yet to open up the account, but it won't be too far away, I'm sure, before the Beavers start grabbing bases.
Now, Drake, you've been a last line defender for a while. When you hear that you're a base going down and you hear that, what goes through your mind when you figure out that's your teammate who's shot the base?
There's nothing worse than hearing red base, blue team denied when you're sitting there on blue, and then you're hearing green base going off, and you realize that that's where the Reds are, and they're taking the bases off you as well.
No, it's a bit worrying when you start hearing that your team gets denied. Now, I do know that the Beavers are one of these teams that does tend to communicate if they've been denied or not. So that a data does get passed along from the front line right through to the back, just so that everyone on the team has a bit of an idea about where they are sitting at the moment. Now, the Spartans have got 2 very quick early bases with Stalker and Madcans grabbing bases from the get-go. Wax on the Wolfpack have gotten a blue base. Now, before we go any further, I just want to give a quick shout out because one of the best things, I don't know about you fellas, about commentating laser tag this week has been the fact that we have been able to open up a lot of people's eyes, particularly family members of our players. We've actually had a lot of mums and relatives in the chat. They know that their family members play, they know their sons play, and we've been able to open up their eyes to the game. And I think the most heartwarming moment for me is when we actually had Germany, at one of the sites from Germany, post up as Link goes for green, and Link grabs the green base for the Brisbane Beavers, and I told you it wasn't too far away. But yeah, one of the German zone sites actually showed a picture of their junior league kids watching the stream, and I thought, this is super cool. So we do appreciate all your support, guys. I'm glad we've been able to educate a lot of you in laser tag, and we absolutely love doing it. There's another zinger for you. Thank you very much.
Stingray's mother-in-law is watching the game as well. It's really great to be seeing support, not just from the sites, but also from all of the family members.
Yes.
We've got a huge number of family members that have been watching the games all throughout the week. A lot of them may not understand laser tag all that well, but they have been learning in there. We've had a couple of really great comments in between the games there saying that they've been watching, I forgot who it was.
It is hectic at green at the moment.
Right.
Oh,
Wax waves to the
absolutely
camera.
hectic. Did Wax wave to the camera?
No. His whole phaser came over and just as you would expect for someone.
Axe dropped the camera down.
Exactly.
Just take out the stream, Wax.
Oh, what coordination from the young
Spartans. That's a beautiful switch over there from the Spartans. And that's the difference between your high-ranked teams. Oh,
Penguin shot out by Wax.
Wax is right there. Oh, will Wax sneak a red?
No, he's...
Oh.
It was was trying to sneak a green, and he slinked on out of there. As these games get harder and harder, your confidence running into the base gets lower and lower, just because you're not sure how many people are coming in behind you. Like, if you come from a long run in green all the way from sort of red or maybe even blue, and you clear out a bunch of people on your way through that front door, and you're shooting the base and covering yourself as people run in the back door, then you're pretty confident. But, if you're not certain that you shot everyone as you run into that front door, you're not going to put shots in because it's not worth getting denied. You might as well sweep the base, get all the tags, and move on with your life. Try and wait for a secondary team member and just to lock it down.
Yeah. And here comes Wax. Oh, one shot denied by Stalker. So the Spartans are actually up to a much better start this game. And I think this is the game style that the Spartans are much more used to. As Butzer going for reds, Butzer gets his red base. The Spartans love the fast-paced game. We've got a lot of young blood on that team. They want fast and furious action all the time, as all young kids do. This is a much better game for the Spartans to play now that the Wolfpack and the Beavers are starting to play a lot more aggressively.
Now, I'm putting my money on the fact that there are 3 players on Spartans, 3 players on Beavers, and 5 players on Wolfpack that are all under 25, right? Yeah? So yeah, I would definitely say all young guns in this manner. Obviously, the Spartans guys are considered probably like 1920-ish?
Yeah. And Potato takes a base.
Another one for the young guns, boys and girls.
Now, this is interesting as Lakeo is actually coming for blue. Lakeo gets 2 shot denied out by Link. Now, the Spartans are currently sitting on 3 red bases. The last thing the Spartans want to do is to cycle everyone through red at this stage of the game. They need to make sure that they have offset their bases so they have options at the end of their game. Now, what's going to be interesting, though, is that the Wolfpack traditionally are very strong at defending red base. The Spartans are showing at the moment that they can crack red whenever they want at this point.
It's great to see the denied emote being used in the chat now. Now is the best time to crack that out. All of our subscribers that we've had join and sign up for us, thank you so much. But now is probably going to be your last chance to be using those denieds and Butzer emotes over the next little while. We've got 2 more games left of the competition here at the ZLTAC 2019. Yeah, halfway through this second last game.
I think it's worth the sub just in general. Like, even if you get half a game's worth of content, you get to take away that Butzer Pog champ and a denied emote just for your Twitch travels in future and on to, Pre-Nats 1 and any other lazy tag events for the stream.
Could we cause an upset in Twitch by going to random channels and spamming the Butzer Pog emote? As Link is going for his second base.
Ninja!
That's Ninja! That is a critical error! Ninja denying! Oh no!
I guess spam that denied emote.
That
God,
is something you
so
do not see from Ninja. Ninja is a much better player than that. Ninja is feeling the pressure right now.
The correct order is denied, Butzer Pog, denied, Butzer Pog, Butzer Pog. So
the best use I've seen of the Butzer Pog is if you're in the chat, you know what to do. There's actually a Kamehameha that Dot does where it's Butzer hands Kamehameha wave denied emote at the end.
Ling Ling team kill denied.
That is
wow,
no.
that is so upsetting.
That is
there for Ninja.
so critical.
The young captain of the Beavers there, team denying one of his players there, getting their second red base out of that.
That is going to upset Link's, Ninja's mentality a lot.
On the plus side, not handing out denial points to anyone.
No, I guess.
It's all us, boys. It's all us. Don't worry about it. Is it?
Mad Cans on blue. 2 shot denied.
Ooh, by Link. So Link getting some points back there.
All the action around the
cheeky
blue
little rebate
there as well.
Beavers are getting pretty close to the Spartans, the whole base down, even after some shots gone awry there. So as we enter the final 2 minutes, Wolfpack not having a great game in terms of pack, but they're only 1 base behind. If Wax puts 3 shots into that green base and puts it down, then we'll get straight back in the ball game. But after the first game, the difference between first and third was 3K after that after game term. So Beavers on 25K and then Spartans on 22, with the Wolfpack being just a little bit shy of 24,000 points. So very low scoring, but I think to not have too much pressure in this going into the last game, the Wolfpack need a base, because 3K now is going to be...
It's going to hurt them.
Exactly.
Game
3K in this game is going to be...
Potato on blue.
Potato gets the blue base.
Taking that there, being tagged just as he finishes putting that shot into blue.
That could be one of the most important base takes in this tournament, because that will put the Spartans back from that third place that they were sitting after game 1, and potentially put them in the driver's seat now, because they are now peeling away from the other two teams, and they are putting points on the board.
We got Wax in there.
That's Husky. Husky gets two-shot denied by Stingray. Oh.
I think it's the right call to be in there doing that, because at this point...
Madcans gets one shot denied by Butsa.
A lot of points being thrown down here, but I think if you're Husky in this situation, you recognize that you're behind, and then putting shots in there is not a bad
Ninja
idea.
now going for red. Ninja puts a red base on the board, but look at the points difference. The Wolfpack are 17,000. The Spartans and the Beavers are only 1,000 ahead from each other.
Grub picking up a green there. Second base for the Wolfpack in there.
Now, can the Wolfpack sneak in one extra blue before the end of this game? They need to.
Have to go now.
The points difference is just way too much. But I think that they are going to just run out of time,
Does
unfortunately.
look like we've got some blues setting up inside red as well.
That's it. Game over. So back to radio silence, guys. We will be back in about 3 to 4 minutes time. We'll put you on the foyer cam with the scores. Stay tuned.